Hey guys, Demi here. Welcome to my fourth vlog. I am here with Ryan Fisher at CrossFit Chalk, and today we're going to be teaching you handstand holds, handstand walks, and we're going to throw a sick workout in after that. Are you ready?
I am.
Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's go. Today for handstand holds and handstand walks, I'm going to go over your center of gravity, your hollow body holds, squeezing what parts of your body to help adjust your form to help you be able to hold it longer or walk correctly, and just overall how to make some gains. First, we're gonna do a hollow body. Do you know what a hollow body is?
Yeah.
Will you lay down on the floor and show them?
Okay.
So this is a hollow body, and while you're in your handstand, arms up please, you're going to be squeezing your shoulders a little bit down, like shoulders down, there you go. You're gonna be squeezing your shoulders, squeezing your core, and squeezing your glutes. And also if you point your toes in your handstand, it'll kind of help your form as well, because you'll kind of be forced to squeeze your glutes a little bit and you'll be able to stand straighter up. So in a handstand, essentially you're gonna take this to the wall or onto the floor, and you're gonna be holding yourself upside down. All right, that's good. Thank you. Good job, good job, good job. Namaste. Okay. So throughout your handstands, whether you're walking or whether you're holding, you're gonna be using your fingertips and your palms to find your center of gravity to help you, maneuver which way you need to. So when you're on the ground and you're in a handstand, you'll kind of see people, sometimes they really bend their fingers, is because they're pushing through their fingertips or their palms to be able to stay up. So sometimes when your weight is forward, you'll use your fingers or your palms to shift you whichever direction. So for those of you who may have never done a handstand before and you're a little bit nervous to kick up, we're gonna show you some other options to be able to get used to it so you can start learning your handstands. So first, option number one, you're gonna wall walk up the wall. So this way you feel a little bit more stable, you can see where you're going rather than your head flipping over. And he's gonna walk up the wall right now and he's gonna show you. So to wall walk, you just put your feet on the wall and you start to begin to push your hands back towards the wall. So that way it's a little less scary, you can see where you're going, and you're probably a little bit more comfortable getting upside down for your first time. All right, and then, so once you feel comfortable with going up the wall, you're gonna start going the opposite direction. So first you can start on your head to try to kick up and get used to putting your body weight going against the opposite direction. So to start with going the other direction towards the wall, he's gonna start going on his head so that he feels a little bit more stable. And he's gonna kick up, and he's gonna use the wall to stop him. And there we go. So that way you get a little bit more comfortable with kind of feeling out where the wall is and flipping towards the other direction. And then lastly, to start to learn your handstands, you're gonna kick up into a handstand on the wall. So sometimes you have to kick a little bit harder to get to the wall. There you go. And that's how it's gonna be. So that was good. Good job, good job. So Ryan here has done some handstands before. He's an amazing CrossFit athlete. But I'm gonna teach him a little bit better form to help him overall hold his handstands a little bit longer. So he's gonna jump up on the wall and we're gonna check it out. Yeah. So first thing you wanna do with your handstands is squeeze your shoulders to your ears. So you're gonna push through just like an overhead squat. And then you're gonna squeeze your core. You wanna squeeze your core really tight, squeeze, 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 and squeeze those glutes. There you go, and lastly, point your toes. Because pointing your toes will kind of help you keep that form overall for that hollow body. Nice. Nice, mate, nice. Okay, so as you start to get more comfortable going up towards the wall, you wanna hold for 10 or 15 seconds and try to, get that blood flowing, get used to being upside down, and make sure you're keeping your form proper throughout the whole time. So he's gonna kick up, he's gonna hold for about 10 or 15 seconds. So his hands, as you notice, are facing forward. Sometimes when you walk or do push-ups, hands come out, but for the most part, you wanna keep them forward. So he's gonna remember to squeeze his shoulders, squeeze his core, squeeze his glutes, and point his toes. And he's gonna hold for about 6 more seconds. And good. Once you start to practice, your form is gonna develop into something much more advanced, and as you go up, people are gonna start like this, but you wanna move closer, squeeze those shoulders, squeeze that core, squeeze those glutes, tuck in those toes, and eventually from here, your head's gonna be here. And you'll be able to squeeze. But things take time, and just enjoy the process, because most of you for your first time aren't gonna be able to do that. But for sure, I definitely wasn't able to do that. And now it's getting better, because consistency. So let's try it out, let's move on. Once you get more comfortable being upside down and you want to start incorporating your center of gravity. So he's going to put his hands a little bit further away from the wall and he's going to try to hold it. And once he starts to fall, he's going to let his feet touch the wall and try to come back up rather than just trying to hold it on the floor and then keep falling and falling and falling. You're going to learn how to use your center of gravity a little bit better and use the wall as a way to keep pushing back up. So he's going to go up right now, a little bit, hands a little bit away from the wall. He's going to put his feet on the wall and he's going to come back. And he's going to come out and try to hold it a little bit and fall back down. There you go. Just take a little bit more. There you go. There you go. Nice. That was good.
That's probably the best.
So a lot of you, that was awesome. So a lot of you might not be comfortable with like going upside down on the floor, which is why this is super awesome because you have the wall to fall back on and also you can keep working on your form. And you know, you could kick a little bit more and a little bit more. As you could see at the beginning, he wasn't kicking all the way, so he wasn't holding it for very long. But using your fingertips and helping yourself push away from the wall a little bit with your fingers and your palms and keeping your feet straight up, and as you start to, you know, get scared or whatever, you can come down. And, you know, going back and forth will kind of help you, one, to build your strength, to build your confidence, and to build your overall movements to be able to do your handstands a lot longer. Handstands are mostly a consistency thing, and it's honestly just practicing at least 10 to 15 minutes a day so that you can, you know, keep practicing, build that strength, build that confidence, and be able to get upside down a little bit longer every single day. So he's going to try to take it to the ground. You may not be able to do that easily and that quickly, but once you just keep it consistent, once you keep practicing those two other movements, and you'll be able to bring it to the floor pretty quickly. So remember to keep that good form with you. You're going to be squeezing your shoulders, squeezing your core, squeezing that little booty and pointing your toes. So he's going to try to hold it.
Okay, first try.
You got it. Kick up a little bit higher. All right, he's getting there. His form's getting a little better. I see it. There you go. He said he has a hard time squeezing that core and keeping that away from that arch back. So this is pretty challenging for him. There you go. He's going, he's going, he's going. So when you're going up, you're kicking a little bit too hard on some of them and then a little, not enough. So that's why the wall is super awesome, because you can kind of try to figure out how hard you need to go up, how hard you don't need to. So you're gonna go up and make sure you're using those fingertips. Because once you start using and pushing through your fingertips, that's gonna keep him from going forward. And to use your fingertips, that'll keep you from walking. Because once you kick up and you go too hard, you're gonna start walking. But as soon as you use your fingertips.
You want them bent?
Yeah, well, the more you bend them, the more you'll be able to push. So once you see, once I start to bend, I'm pushing myself that way I don't fall over. There you go. So kick up first before you bend them, so you're all the way up. There you go. Now start bending. There you go. Squeeze those legs together. Getting better. Do you feel the difference?
That helps a lot.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It's super awesome. And that's just a little thing to practice. When I did handstands at first, I don't even think I did that. But once you start to kick up too much, you're like, save yourself, and you start to push, and then you realize it's super awesome to be able to push through your palms or your fingertips, depending on which way you're going.
Let's try again.
Yeah, hell yeah, do it again. You got this. So you want to kick up first before you squeeze your fingers, because you don't, like, your fingers are to stop you, you know what I mean? So kick up first. You want to make sure you're fully extended before you use your fingers. Hands straight. There you go. Squeeze those legs.
I hate when I can't do something.
It's practice, it's practice. Yeah, it's challenging. A lot of this sounds a lot easier than it really is, so it's honestly, like I said, just a consistency thing. If you practice every single day, it'll get better. As you can see, just him thinking about keeping that good form and keeping those fingertips and using those palms, it's gotten better every time. One more time. You got this. So make sure you kick all the way up, hit that form, and then you can hit your fingers. Because if you try to hit your fingers, you're gonna push yourself down. So you wanna hit up, squeeze those shoulders, squeeze those glutes, squeeze that core, point those toes, and then use those fingers. There you go. Try to keep those hands forward. Nice, your form's getting better overall, for sure. You're learning how to squeeze that core a little more. There you go. So that's when you use your palms to, yes! Squeeze those legs. That was awesome, good job. You feel it when you start to use your palms and your fingertips?
Yeah, if I get just the right, I also think I need to like kind of like go a little bit wider. For me.
It's honestly just a preference, whatever you think is easiest, but those fingertips definitely help a lot. That's a little bit more, sorry, what?
It's my first time like ever really trying.
No, that's awesome, super good. The fingertips and the palms are a little bit more advanced. If that's kind of confusing you, you'll start to realize it after you start to, keep your form. So don't focus on it too much, just focus on obviously getting comfortable with going upside down and mainly focusing on that form because, you want to make sure you're squeezing those shoulders or else if you're not, it's gonna be a lot harder for you. I'm not gonna talk too much on handstand walks, but he's better at me in handstand walks. I might need to fix his form a little bit, but they're a little bit different because to handstand walk, obviously like gymnasts, they do it very well and their form's really good, but most people, rather than being straight, they're gonna point their toes and arch their backs a little bit to kind of keep that momentum going forward. So rather than being super straight and then walking, they're gonna be a little bit arched to keep that momentum going. Because it's a little bit easier to start walking if your feet are going that direction where you're trying to go. So he's gonna jump up. I might need to fix his form. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. So we're gonna check it out, maybe fix your form and hopefully get you walking. There you go, point those toes, you got it, squeeze those glutes. There you go, wow! Very good, that's awesome. So make sure, I think the main thing for handstand walks when I talk to people is squeezing those glutes. Because once you squeeze those glutes, it's gonna help your feet stay the direction that you're trying to walk. If you're not squeezing your glutes, your legs might go everywhere, and especially when you're starting to learn, if you're not squeezing your glutes, it's gonna be hard to kind of walk, but if you squeeze your legs together, squeeze your glutes, it's gonna keep those feet going forward so you can just keep walking everywhere. Overall, with your handstands and your walks, what have you been more cognizant about?
I mean, for right now, like walking versus the hold. I think about some of the hold things that you told me, like at least like with the fingers, like if I want to slow down. Like just walking just now is the first time I ever tried to like slow myself down, and I bent my fingers and it automatically kind of slowed me down, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I do think about my hollow body a little bit more. I always try to, but I have like natural arch, so it's a little bit hard for me to really get that tight. Even when I do like jerks and stuff overhead, I'm always kind of like this. And I yell at people all the time. I try to tell them,
don't arch your back.
I try to tell them to suck their J-Lo in or suck their Beyonce in. If you have good enough analogies, like you'll never ever forget it. So like, I think like if someone's upside down and they have an arch back, say get rid of the Beyonce, and they suck it in, right?
Suck that Beyonce in.
So then then you eventually just shorten it up.
I don't see mine,
So if I go up and I'm bent, you just say Beyonce and I'll suck it right back in.
Beyonce, let's go. No Beyonce's up in here, all right?
I think that's a good tip for you.
I want some Beyonce up in here, let's do it. Okay, no bad Beyonce, only good Beyonce,
Ready?
There you go. So much better, squeeze your legs together, you got it. A little bit of Beyonce going on there. Dead. That's good though, that was good. Your form's definitely gone a lot better. And once I say like bring your legs together, your back already starts to hollow in a little bit more. Cause like once your legs are apart, you're kind of focused on, you're walking, but once I said legs together, it kind of forces you to squeeze your glutes a little bit more. And once you squeeze your glutes, your core kind of comes in.
And I think for most people out there, that's like their first thing.
Oh, the main issue, yeah, for
like
sure.
A complete pancake.
Yeah, it's like complete hollow.
Yeah.
So just remember, that's what I said, especially with walks, if you're squeezing your glutes, it'll definitely help keep your core more engaged and have less of a hollow back.
You guys should actually have a conversation with your glutes tonight. Just have like a basic conversation. I do it all the time. Like it's a good thing for everybody to know at all times. You should always live your life with your abs tight and your butt tight.
That was way more lit. We get lit. I haven't slept in 2 days, but I feel good. All right, so he's done his handstands, he has done his handstand walks, but now it's time for the real test because we're gonna throw it into a body weight workout. Are you ready? So let's explain the workout a little bit. So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna start with a wall walk.
That's the thing that you did at the beginning to get more comfortable with your handstands.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with that wall walk. It's gonna put us into position for our handstand walk.
You know it.
So now you got everything you learned all put together.
With that great form, all against the wall, and then we're gonna start to walk. You're gonna take those tests, you're gonna take those handstands, test yourself, and we're gonna walk over here. We're going to be swinging
a 53-pound kettlebell for the men and a 35 for the women.
35. Unless you need a moderate weight. You can do whatever weight you want, as long as it's not too hard for you to where your form is bad, as long as it's not too easy where, you know, you're not challenging yourself. Then next, we're gonna pick up a plate and we're gonna do overhead lunges. Dun, da, 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 da. And then we're gonna hit these little boxes, whatever that is called, and we are going to be doing, you wanna show? I like when he does it better. What are these called?
This is an A squat.
An A squat. So we're going to be doing A squats.
If you look at me, I look kind of like an A.
A squat, B squat, C squat, A squat, A. There you go, check it, check it. So we're gonna be working out like that. You see that? We're about to make some gains right now. So we're gonna do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back and forth handstands. We're gonna hit 10 reps of each. Go back, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! Let's go! Let's go, let's just start. I'm excited. Okay, oh, we gotta set up our stuff first.
Yep.
Here's some scaling options for your workout. We're both able to walk a little bit of a distance, so we have a little bit of a distance here between our walk and our kettlebell, but as close as you need it, but you wanna make sure that you're challenging yourself and you're taking your good form and your handstands and pushing them, you know, starting to take them to the ground, because doing that every single day and keeping consistent with it and challenging yourself is what's gonna take your handstands to a whole nother level. And then next, if you are not able to overhead a plate, you can just normal lunge, you know, you're lunging. Kettlebell swings is pretty easy, just whatever weight you need. And then he's gonna go over variations for these A squats, but I'm calling them B squats because you know Beyonce. Beyonce, all right.
Here's your basic one. And then here's your scaled version.
If you don't feel comfortable with jumping up, he's saying you could step up.
Stepping up, just in case you
Make sure when you step up, you're like switching legs, you know?
And we have a pretty high brick. This one actually goes down. You can go a little bit lower.
Yes.
And then you can go even lower, or you can go even higher, depending on how good your depth squat is.
Yes. So, also, very weird, I'm very weird, but I do a lot of my stuff at home, and a lot of you aren't gonna have equipment. So, kettlebell swings, you could always use,
Gallon of milk.
you got a gallon of milk. You better be putting those gallons of milk, and you're gonna be swinging those.
Or even a dumbbell.
Yeah, you can swing a dumbbell too, I was gonna say that. But also, if you don't have a plate, you could go outside and fill one of your cooking pots with rocks or books or whatever, and overhead squat them, because you know you can add some weight to that. Also, with these, what I would do is I'd honestly stack books. I would stack, what else could you stack?
You could probably find something outside.
Yeah, you can probably find a bench. I'm sure you have a chair at the house or something.
Yeah, a chair.
But usually, like, I'd honestly just stack books or something and start jumping on them. So make sure you keep that creative mind. You're having fun, got a good attitude towards it, and you find other ways to work out, because not having equipment is not an excuse, because I didn't have equipment. Now I do, because you know we're homies. But stack some books, fill some pots with rocks, and let's go. Okay, I'm too excited. Let's do it. So we're doing a 10 to 1 ladder. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Send it. All right, so we're gonna walk up the wall. Good form, and start to handstand walk towards your kettlebell. Pick up your plate. Lunge to your little box or books or whatever you got going on. So we're gonna run. Grab your plate, bring it back. And now 9. Start swinging those jugs of milk. One more rep, we're almost done. We gotta run though too. Finish it off. All right. So, how do you feel right now? Great job. Let's take a little seat on these little books or blocks we got. How do you think, with the things that I've taught you and the things that you've practiced, your handstands correlated to when you got tired from the workout?
I think normally I wouldn't really, well, I've never done a workout before where you walk up and then walk off the wall. But I think after some of the cues, I felt a little more comfortable coming off the wall. For a little more confidence. I stumbled on a few rounds.
That's awesome.
But
oh, definitely, for sure. As I started to get tired, my form was getting a little off, but you want to keep in mind, slow and steady wins a race. You want to keep that form good and continuous throughout every rep, every set that you're doing, even if you're tired.
I think what made a big difference was getting as close to the wall as possible and then letting
oh,
myself
for
fall
sure.
off. Because I was starting, like, I'd get pretty close.
And then your form was kind of off, yeah. The closer you get to the wall as you start to walk up, the better your form will start as you start to walk. So it'll be a lot easier, but definitely brutal. Get that little cardio in, get some legs and some shoulders. What else? What was your favorite? What do you think helped you the most?
I'm good at kettlebell swings and I'm good at the lunges. This was just super hard. And this was tiring.
Oh yeah. My legs, I'm like, no. I mean, I hit legs yesterday. I'm trying to be like Beyonce right now, actually. You know, games. So what do you think from the tutorial helped you the most, and what do you think you're gonna take from it and add it to your everyday handstands?
I think for me personally, I've been a CrossFit athlete for almost 10 years now. So the one thing that I didn't even know at all with all my years was I never even knew about the finger bend.
It's crazy, huh?
So for me, I'll take that away.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll definitely take away that I want to work on my core a little bit more than normal.
Once you started to be more cognizant of it, you would start to squeeze your glutes and your arch back went a lot more hollow. Just thinking about it, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'd love to work on that personally. But the finger thing for me was big. Even if you guys out there, you've been doing CrossFit for 10 years or working out for 10 years, there's always something you can learn from everybody. I think there's a little something from almost anyone that you could hear and it just like resonates with you just right.
Just trying it.
Hopefully you guys remember Beyonce or Shakira or J-Lo, whoever is going to work for you to suck that booty in.
Yeah, I definitely think the fingers are a big aspect in the handstands that I can hold today, but like I said, they're also a very advanced movement, and if you start to focus on them a little too much, your handstands might go a little off because you're focusing on the wrong things. But once your form is solid, then you'll start to, find your center of gravity and your handstands will get a lot better. And your walks and everything, your form will get better. You'll get more consistent with it. In workouts, it'll be a lot easier. You'll be able to focus less on doing your form because your form's good and more on, keeping that heart rate going for your workout or whatever it is. But as you keep, being consistent with it, even like you said, 10 years and you still's never tried that, it's crazy. Like just every single day doing a little bit of it can help your form so much. It can help overall building your strength for your handstands, your presses, whatever kind of calisthenics, dynamic movements, and static movements you're trying to do. That's awesome.
It's a good workout.
Dude, great workout. Big hug. Oh, that was awesome. That was so much fun, so much fun. You guys gotta try it now. Even if you're at home, go pick up some rocks, some gallons of milk at the grocery store. Maybe you'll find J-Lo there too. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you took from some of this video, and I hope your handstands get progressed every single day. Like I said, I'm here with Ryan Fisher, amazing CrossFit athlete, awesome handstander now, and he definitely just kicked my butt in that workout. So thank you so much for having me come to your gym, such one of my favorite gyms. And thanks for killing me in a workout.
Thanks
so much fun.
Tips.
We'll be back. He'll be back. He's, we're besties. We're coming back. I might bring J-Lo back too. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Might find her at the grocery store when I buy my gallons of milk.
Next video is definitely starting with Jenny from the block.
Oh, hey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for more tutorials, more workouts, more fun, and good vibes. Peace out.